You know what really grinds my gears?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're having a pleasant day. It is May the 4th, 2026, Star Wars Day, also known as my son's 8th birthday. Happy birthday, Jonathan. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today's episode, we're going to talk baseball. We're going to go back, talk some sports. And this is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. It's something I predicted and write that down. And that is expansion in Major League Baseball. There's a lot of talk that the league is going to expand to 32 teams. And, of course, with expansion, there's got to be realignment because you can't just throw two teams in the current divisions and say, have at it. You got to rebrand everything, make sure everything's normal. So, and this is a concept I came up with a very long time. I had made a post about it on Facebook many years ago. And I just recently came across it, and I thought, I'm going to do this as a vlog. And I also have one ready for NFL expansion, which I'll do in a separate video. Be very in-depth. But I wanted to talk about what I would do if and when Major League Baseball expands to 32 teams. It's pretty much a given. They're going to vote on it. It's just a matter of where they're going to expand and then, of course, they're going to have to decide on division. So here is my take on what I think is going or what should happen. So as you can see here, I have a spreadsheet set up. And I've pretty much set this up similar to the NFL. I have the AL and I have the NL still. And I have it by west, north, south, east. So pretty much like the NFL. I know some people have tried doing this. They've done different things. They've done Pacific League, Atlantic League, Great Lakes League, Mountain, blah, blah, blah. I just simplified it. I did AL west, north, south, east, and the same for the National Leagues. The team in red is the expansion cities that I have selected. I have some other cities in mind for expansion that have come up in news articles since I made this. I made this a while ago, and there's other teams now or other cities that are being talked about, which I'll get into. Let's start out west first. In the AL, I have the Mariners, the Los Angeles Angels. I have the Rockies coming to the AL, and a expansion team for Salt Lake City. Now, this could also change to a team to a city that just popped up recently. I saw a news article and a YouTube blogger talking about this. Vancouver is now talking about possibility of a team. So that's a possibility as well for a team out west. Utah is another one that's been brought up a lot. But I think Salt Lake would be a good one. I know they've been trying for a while to possibly get a stadium built there. They have the minor league team, the Salt Lake Buzz. They were the Twins minor affiliate many years ago. So that's the teams I got in the AL West. In the NL or the AL North, it's pretty much mirrored with the NFC North. I have the Twins, Detroit Tigers, the White Sox, and the Brewers coming back to the AL, and this time being a border battle and a rivalry with the Twins. Even before the Brewers moved to the NL, when they realigned everything last time, Brewers and Twins really never had a rivalry because the Twins were in the Western Division and the Brewers were in the Eastern Division. So now with this realignment, you got the border battle, and now they become rivals, which I think would be great. You're probably looking at AL North, and you're like, if it's North, why are the Blue Jays not there? Well, I'll get to them in a little bit. For the AL South, I have the Rangers, the Kansas City Royals, the Astros, and the Diamondbacks joining the AL. The Royals are the most northern team that is moving to the south. They're more mid United States, but I figured they would fit better with those teams. They're more closer to them than anybody else. And then in the East, the aforementioned Blue Jays are in the East. They stay in the rivalry with the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Orioles. I think that is an old rivalry of those teams out East. And so I think that one works really well for them. Now we go to the National League. In the West, it's pretty much standard where it was before, minus one change. You got the Dodgers, Giants, Padres. They've been in a feud with each other for many years. And then I added the Las Vegas Athletics. The Athletics will be making their move to Vegas from San Antonio soon. So I got them moving to the West and competing with those teams. They basically take over for the Diamondbacks and the Rockies in that division. In the NL North, I have the Reds, the Cubs, the Pirates, and the Guardians moving to the National League. I think those teams are pretty close together in proximity. I think that'd be great. The Reds, Cubs, and Guardians are relatively close to each other. The Pirates are the furthest team from the East, but joining them and staying them in the NL North. In the NL South, I have the Marlins, the Rays, the Cardinals, and Nashville, who's been wanting a team for years. Another potential team out east side of the United States that could see an expansion team or even a relocation. Expos, there's this possibility. There's talk of Montreal wanting a team back, in which case you'd have to do some changing, either put them in a North Division or an East Division. And then, of course, Orlando has been rumored because of Tampa Bay and their situation with their stadium and lack thereof and back and forth. But I think they're set up, so if they had to relocate to Orlando, they're already in the NL South, so it wouldn't make a difference. Finally, in the NL East, you have the Mets, Phillies, the Nationals, and the Braves. That's pretty much standard as it was before, minus the Marlins. So a lot of these are set up already. You just move a few other teams out of their divisions, put them in different ones, add the expansions. And I think this would set up nicely for the baseball. Let's say the Expos come back instead of Nashville. What do you do then? Well, then what you would do is you'd look at, I would probably move the Braves to the South, the NL South, in place of Nashville, and put the Expos in the NL East where they used to be before they moved to Washington. So then you got one Canadian team in both conferences in the East. That would be fine. If Orlando gets a team, they're already in the South where the Rays are, so that's a possibility too. I haven't heard of any other cities, maybe Charlotte, possibly being an expansion team. I know Charlotte tried to get the Twins many years ago before they got their stadium issues figured out. Charlotte could easily go in the South, so you got some options here, but I think the way that this is set up would work really nicely with Major League expansion. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little thing about expansion. I have another one for the NFL. I'll do that in a separate video because that's going to be a little more in-depth. But what do you think? Is there going to be expansion in the Major League Baseball? I think there will be. Probably not in the coming year or two. They'll probably vote on it in the next couple of years. There's the looming lockout in 2027, so chances are they're not going to talk about it then, or they might put it on the table, but they probably won't expand until 28, 29, or even 30, so it's going to be a while. Personally, I would love to see Expos back. I think those fans have pretty much said they want their team back, and they're trying ways to get the team back, whether it's redoing Olympic Stadium or replacing it. Salt Lake would be a beautiful city. Nashville's been wanting a team for a long time, the Nashville Stars. I could see that happening. Anything's a possibility in Major League Baseball. If you like this episode, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out future projects or to this channel, please visit my Patreon, or you can drop something in the old Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help is greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out, and the vlog is over.